Good Friday morning, everybody. Coming off of a beautiful day yesterday. Not quite as nice today. It'll be a bit cooler. It will be cooler, and it's going to be mainly cloudy. Just a couple of spot showers moving through and working their way through the area this morning. Few bright spots around lunchtime or so, but in general, it's going to be mostly cloudy. It'll be in the middle and maybe some upper 50s in the lower valley, upper 40s to near 50 across parts of Franklin County as cool air trying to work in here. Partial clearing tonight, and tomorrow will end up being a nice day and a big weekend, of course, with the Holyoke Road Race tomorrow and the parade on Sunday. Tomorrow, a blend of sun and clouds, temperatures middle and upper 50s, just a light breeze. And then on Sunday, we'll have a few showers in the morning, but it looks as though we dried out in time for the parade in the afternoon. It will be breezy and a bit cooler with temps in the mid 50s. Monday, mostly cloudy, breezy, even cooler, upper 40s. And next week, it'll be quite a bit colder with highs generally in the 40s. Perhaps a few snow showers Tuesday night into Wednesday. All right, let's check on today's top stories. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Dan. I'm David Horwitz, and here's your latest news update from Western Mass News. Hamden District Attorney Anthony Gallooni announcing that 6 8th graders have been formally charged for hate speech and racially based bullying. Gallooni also says these students have been suspended. This is all in connection with racial bullying at Southwick Regional School, which included an online slave auction targeting black students. This case is now being handled in juvenile court. Springfield police have issued an arrest warrant for a suspect in Monday's shooting inside SciTech High School. Police say that 20-year-old Chance Dudley from Chicopee forced his way into the hallway armed with an illegal gun, allegedly using it to hit a victim in the head before firing a single shot through a window. Police say that he is out on bail after being indicted of federal charges following an indictment at the former Eastville Mall in September of 2022. A Holyoke man now in custody after police found a ghost gun and narcotics inside of a home. Officers responding to Sargent Street for reports of an unwanted guest. And during a search of that home, officers found several bundles of heroin, vials of crack cocaine, and a manufactured automatic gun.